So tutorial sheet 1, question 2, the last part of this, part 5, we're being asked to sketch and label a graph of x of 1 minus t, where x of t is again given by that equation. So what I'm going to do first of all is substitute 1 minus t, or replace t with 1 minus t in this equation. So x of 1 minus t is going to be equal to 3 u, or just replacing t with 1 minus t, minus u, again replacing t with 1 minus t, don't forget the still have a minus 2. If I simplify that, get this function. So I get 3u of 1 minus t minus u of minus 1 minus t. So first of all, what I'm going to look at is that half, is how do we cope with this 3u 1 minus t? Well, first of all, let's think about what 3u of minus t looks like. If I draw a sketch of time and have 3u of t looks like that, as we know. So 3u of minus t is just if we flip that about the x equals 0. So in other words, we're going to get something that looks like that. So it's just a flipped version. So it's going to look like an equation. Rather than going to plus infinity, it's going to go to minus infinity. And then we need to say, well, at what time do we need to shift this to? Do we shift it left or do we shift it right? Well, again, we just look at the argument. So at what point does 1 minus t equal 0? Well, that occurs at t is equal to 1. So if I plot that, I'm going to have something that looks like that, which has got an amplitude of 3. In a similar thing, we have to look at minus u of minus 1 minus t. So we still have this minus t, so it's going to look like exactly the same way as this. It's going to look like a flipped version. But in this case, we need to know at what point is that going to occur in time. So we're looking for when minus 1 minus t is equal to 0, and that occurs at time is equal to minus 1. So if we add all that together, we're going to get a function that varies with time. This is x of 1 minus t, 3, 2, 1 minus 1. So it's going to go to 3 at time t equals 1, which takes into account this element here, and that's going to go all the way back to t's minus 1, where we have to include this minus u of t, and again that's going to drop down and carry on to negative infinity.